project on the table rests beside your empty glass. Neon shadows from the avenue against the window pass. I sit across the leather booth where we used to speak low and watch the midnight traffic in the rain begin to slow. A stranger stops beside my chair and asks me for a light. His voice is tired like the wind that wanders through the night. He sees the space you left behind and nods his aging head as if he knows the heavy things that neither one has said. Is this the moment love returns against the winter frost, finding every precious piece of everything we lost? Across the table in the dark, a quiet miracle appears to wash away the bitter taste of all these heavy years. The stranger places down a coin and tips his heavy hat. He tells me that a gentle heart can always weather that. He says the road of soul tonight is turning back to spring, and points toward the corner where the midnight streetlights sing. I lift my eyes to meet his gaze and see a familiar grace, a sudden warmth of history reflected in his face. The quiet air begins to bend, the shadows start to part, and pull your memory deeper through the chambers of my heart. Is this the moment love returns against the winter frost, finding every precious piece of everything we lost? Across the table in the dark, a quiet miracle appears to wash away the bitter taste of all these heavy years. If time can fold its tired wings and turn the clock around, then every tear we ever shed has finally found its ground. The stranger fades into the mist as dawn begins to break, and leaves me with the sweetest breath a sleeping soul can take. Is this the moment love returns against the winter frost, finding every precious piece of everything we lost? Across the table in the dark, a quiet miracle appears to wash away the bitter taste of all these heavy years. The glass is warm, the street is still. You came back home against my will. A sound from the street drifts through the cold glass pane. A soft sudden drift of midnight autumn rain. I watch from the shadows as you walk toward the light, stepping back into my empty arms tonight. The heavy fog lifts slowly off the river floor, and time stops completely at my apartment door. Is this the moment when the world begins again? After years of walking through the freezing rain, your hand in my hand, warm and true and real. I touch your face to see if I can feel. A heavy gray cloud breaks into a patch of blue, and every dim street lamp turns its glow to you. You smile like the morning breaking through the shade, as if the long winters we endured now fade. The quiet air trembles with a breathless grace as I lose myself inside your resting face. Is this the moment when the world begins again? After years of walking through the freezing rain, your hand in my hand, warm and true and real. I touch your face to see if I can feel. For so long I measured time in steps apart, with an anchored shadow heavy on my heart. Now tomorrow waits just down the darkened hall, and fear leaves my spirit, vanishing through it all. Is this the moment when the world begins again? After years of walking through the freezing rain, your hand in my hand, warm and true and real. I touch your face to see if I can feel. Rain on the stone, light in the hall. You are here now, and winter leaves us all. A small object on the table shines under the amber lamp. An old silver key from a door we left unlatched. The neon signs across the avenue bleed into the street, where rubber tires whisper against the rain so concrete. I trace the edge of copper with a slow and heavy thumb. The midnight air in Hannum Dong is motionless and numb. My breath fakes a shadow on the cold glass pane, while distant sirens wander through the falling rain. And then you are standing right here in the quiet glow, with the same gentle smile from a season ago. My chest takes a weight that is sudden and deep, a miraculous moment I swore I would keep. The traffic below moves in silence tonight, as if time stopped to witness this impossible light. My hand finds your fingers so steady and real, with a breathless surrender that time cannot steal. A single taxi passes by with a dull and lazy sweep, its red tail lights washing over floors where shadows sleep. The damp wind carries coffee from a stall down on the square, and every fleeting second proves that you are truly there. I trace the edge of copper with a slow and heavy thumb. The midnight air in Hanam-dong is motionless and numb. My breath fakes a shadow on the cold glass pane, while distant sirens wander through the falling rain. And then you are standing right here in the quiet glow, with the same gentle smile from a season ago. My chest takes a weight that is sudden and deep, a miraculous moment I swore I would keep. The traffic below moves in silence tonight, as if time stopped to witness this impossible light. My hand finds your fingers so steady and real, with a breathless surrender that time cannot steal. For months I walked these alleys as if walking through a tomb, expecting ghosts to vanish in the empty boarding room. Now the air tastes of jasmine and the coat you used to wear, and the universe listens to the quiet in the stair. And then you were standing right here in the quiet glow, with the same gentle smile from a season ago. My chest takes a weight that is sudden and deep, a miraculous moment I swore I would keep. The traffic below moves in silence tonight, as if time stopped to witness this impossible light. My hand finds your fingers so steady and real, with a breathless surrender that time cannot steal. Silver key on the wood, neon fading to blue. After all of the dark, I am anchored to you. The weight of the chair beside the glass is lifted at last by gentle hands. A sudden thaw upon the frozen past, a shifting frost across the silent lands. The morning mist begins to slowly part, and heavy skies surrender to the blue. There is a quiet trembling in my heart, as every doubt dissolves away in you. You step across the threshold of the door, and time forgets the sorrow it has known. I reach to touch the polished wooden floor, to prove I am no longer here alone. Love returns with a sudden rising tide, washing away the tears we tried to hide. The empty rooms are filled with velvet grace, and every shadow leaves its resting place. My chest is aching with a deep relief, a steady breath replaces winter's grief. You hold my face and wipe the dust away, and promise me that you have come to stay. The heavy clouds have given up their rain. The morning light breaks softly on the street. We trade the memory of years of pain for quiet rhythms where our pulses meet. The teacup warms between my aged palms. The distant sirens fade into the breeze. The midnight panic yields to morning calms and settles deep among the quiet trees. You trace the lines carved deeply on my cheek, as if to measure all the nights we missed here. Are no clever phrases left to speak, just gentle breath upon a tender wrist. Love returns with a sudden rising tide, washing away the tears we try to hide. The empty rooms are filled with velvet grace, and every shadow leaves its resting place. My chest is aching with a deep relief, a steady breath replaces winter's grief. You hold my face and wipe the dust away, and promise me that you have come to stay. If seasons turn and try to pull us apart, I will remember how this morning felt. The ice retreating from a hardened heart, the heavy winter finally forced to melt. I watch you stand against the morning sun, I know the darkest chapter now is done. Love returns with a sudden rising tide, washing away the tears we try to hide. The empty rooms are filled with velvet grace, and every shadow leaves its resting place. My chest is aching with a deep relief, a steady breath replaces winter's grief. You hold my face and wipe the dust away, and promise me that you have come to stay. Light on the floor, peace in the room. You are here, and winter leaves the gloom. Sound from the street wakes the quiet cold frost. A winter wind carries what time has not lost. He watches a stranger beneath the pale light, and sees how the shadows surrender the night. A sudden warm tremor breaks through the chill air. as if all the waiting found someone right there. His weary eyes widen in soft disbelief at something resembling quiet relief. Love has come walking back into his side, cutting right through the long freezing night. After the seasons of drifting apart, it rests like a breath in his trembling heart. The frost on the pavement begins to give way as morning brings colors of amber and gray. He watches another man turn on the street and witness the moment two longings repeat. A sudden warm tremor breaks through the chill air, as if all the waiting found someone right there. His weary eyes widen in soft disbelief at something resembling quiet relief. Love has come walking back into his side, cutting right through the long freezing night. After the seasons of drifting apart, it rests like a breath in his trembling heart. He thought that the winter would never let go. He thought that his soul was as cold as the snow. But watching this miracle out on the stone reminds him that nobody stays here alone. Love has come walking back into his side, cutting right through the long freezing night. After the seasons of drifting apart, it rests like a breath in his trembling heart. Cold wind settles down, morning starts to break, a quiet return for a sleepless heart's sake. A number on a clock reads 3. A steaming cup upon the wood. You walk inside and look at me, just like you always said you would. The heavy air begins to part, a quiet breath within the space. I feel the rushing of my heart as tears fall softly on your face. Love has returned and filled my empty chest, putting this weary, lonely soul to rest. The door is open and you are finally here, dispelling every haunting year. Love has returned and made my spirit whole, a steady warmth inside my quiet soul. I do not ask you where you had to roam, because my broken world came home. The corner lamp is burning low, the velvet chair where you belong. There is no place for you to go, the silent hours feel so long. I touch your hand to make it real, to know this dream is truly mine. The gentle weight of how you feel across the quiet midnight line. Love has returned and filled my empty chest, putting this weary, lonely soul to rest. The door is open and you are finally here, dispelling every haunting year. Love has returned and made my spirit whole, a steady warmth inside my quiet soul. I do not ask you where you had to roam, because my broken world came home. For months I watched the rainy street and held my breath against the glass. Now time has slowed its heavy beat and let the painful shadows pass. Your coat is damp from midnight dew, your gentle eyes look deep in mine. I never thought I'd start anew beneath this late and heavy sign. Love has returned and filled my empty chest, putting this weary, lonely soul to rest. The door is open and you are finally here, dispelling every haunting year. Love has returned and made my spirit whole, a steady warmth inside my quiet soul. I do not ask you where you had to roam, because my broken world came home. Rain on the window, warmth on the floor. You are beside me, lost nevermore. Why does the street lamp wait for no one when the midnight cold sets in? I watch the asphalt shine with silver where the empty alleys spin. A stranger sits beside my bench beneath the flickering neon sign and asks me why my heavy eyes refuse to look at mine. I tell him love is like a river frozen in the stone. It takes a lifetime just to learn to walk the dark alone. Then you stepped out of the shadow like a miracle at last, and all the heavy years dissolved into the quiet past. My frozen hands found warmth again inside your gentle palm. The city streets transformed into a sudden healing calm. Your coat is damp with midnight rain, your breath is soft and slow. We share a silent cigarette where winter winds will blow. The stranger leaves us to the night. He smiles and walks away as if he knew the darkest cloud was turning into gray. I thought your heart was miles apart beyond the eastern sea, yet here you stand, a sudden grace, returning back to me. Then you stepped out of the shadow like a miracle at last, and all the heavy years dissolved into the quiet past. My frozen hands found warmth again inside your gentle palm. The city streets transformed into a sudden healing calm. 10,000 hours I rehearsed the words I'd never say. If ever fortune brought your heavy wandering steps this way, but now the breath is trapped inside my chest. I cannot speak, I only lean against your shoulder, tired and grown weak. Then you step out of the shadow like a miracle at last, and all the heavy years dissolved into the quiet past. My frozen hands found warmth again inside your gentle palm. The city streets transformed into a sudden healing calm. Rain on the pavement, stars in your eyes. No more goodbyes beneath soul skies. A sudden thought interrupts the quiet room. Your favorite porcelain cup sits on the sill. The neon light bleeds through the cotton shade, and all the midnight traffic finally grew still. The floorboards creak beneath my slow descent. I trace the dust upon the walnut shelf. A cigarette burns low down in the tray while I am turning shadows to myself. I touch the latch where you used to stand, with nothing left between the dark and me. I close my fingers round the empty space and let the quiet pull me to my knees. Your love has come back like a tide in the dark, filling the chest with a sudden deep spark. No words on the tongue, just the breath in the chest, finding at last an impossible rest. You step at the door and the weight of your hand sweeping away every trace of the sand. I stand in the room where the heavy tears fell, saved by the soul of a miracle spell. The damp winter air presses close to the pane. A distant siren cuts the river breeze. The clock on the mantle ticks out the hours while shadows stretch across the cedar trees. Your heavy wool coat hangs beside the door, just where you left it on that rainy night. It holds the scent of fallen ginkgo leaves beneath the flicker of the amber light. I touch the latch where you used to stand, with nothing left between the dark and me. I close my fingers round the empty space and let the quiet pull me to my knees. Love has come back like a tide in the dark, filling the chest with a sudden deep spark. No words on the tongue, just the breath in the chest, finding at last an impossible rest. You step at the door and the weight of your hands sweeping away every trace of the sand. I stand in the room where the heavy tears fell, saved by the soul of a miracle spell. If time could pause inside this narrow hall, I would not ask for morning to arrive. The pulse is racing in a quiet shock to know that you and I are still alive. The road below is quiet in the mist. The city sleeps beneath a heavy shroud, and all the emptiness that used to ache is melting now without a single cloud. Your love has come back like a tide in the dark, filling the chest with a sudden deep spark. No words on the tongue, just the breath in the chest, finding at last an impossible rest. You step at the door and the weight of your hand sweeping away every trace of the sand. I stand in the room where the heavy tears fell, saved by the soul of a miracle spell. Light on the floor, keys in the lock. You are returned to mend the clock. The texture of fabric against my tired palm, a loose button hanging on your winter coat, the way the mist settles over quiet streets and leaves a silver trace on the brick wall. A cold drop of rain sliding down the window pane, forming a tiny puddle on the wooden sill. The pale moon hiding behind a cloud of gray, while all the city lights grow perfectly still. I count the small details left behind in the room, a paper cup resting by the edge of the desk, the way the morning wind stirs the curtain so slow and turns this empty place into something picturesque. Your love has returned to fill my chest with grace, like warm spring sunshine touching this lonely place. Even if the shadows still linger in the hall, your gentle presence heals the quiet pain of it all. Flowing heart, no longer drifting I just watch you stay and wash all the bitter autumn cold away. A dried maple leaf resting on the concrete stair, the faint smell of coffee lingering in the air. A stray cat stepping softly through the alleyway, as if it knows the sorrow finally decided to stray. The old brass clock ticking slower on the shelf, the way I look at shadows and forget myself. Every small thing points back to the door you cleared, the exact moment when my heavy skies disappeared. I count the small details left behind in the room, a paper cup resting by the edge of the desk, the way the morning wind stirs the curtain so slow and turns this empty place into something picturesque. Your love has returned to fill my chest with grace, like warm spring sunshine touching this lonely place. Even if the shadows still linger in the hall, your gentle presence heals the quiet pain of it all. Your love has returned my overflowing heart, no longer drifting in the dark and torn apart. I do not make a sound, I just watch you stay and wash all the bitter autumn cold away. If I touch the sleeve of your jacket tonight, I can feel the window turning into soft light. One slow breath shared in the quietest part of dawn, proving every fear I carried was already gone. Maybe the road ahead is wide and deep and clear, maybe there's nothing left for these old eyes to fear. Every small observation leads me straight to your chest, where my weary travel spirit finally finds its rest. Your love has returned to fill my chest with grace, like warm spring sunshine touching this lonely place. Even if the shadows still linger in the hall, your gentle presence heals the quiet pain of it all. Your love has returned my overflowing heart, no longer drifting in the dark and torn apart. I do not make a sound, I just watch you stay and wash all the bitter autumn cold away. Fabric on the chair, rain upon the street. My heart is full, our shadows finally meet. The sound from the street of a late taxi turning, a slow neon sign on the corner is burning. I stand in the doorway with hands in my coat and swallow the sudden dry ache in my throat. The sidewalk is silver with midnight and water. A memory returns to the place where I sought her. The damp wind is carrying dust from the station, while I count the minutes of quiet stagnation. My chest is a temple of sudden devotion. The wave rises up from a motionless ocean. You walk through the threshold of time without warning, and fill up my night till it bleeds into morning. Return to my arms like the breath to the wire, a slow trembling pulse and a low steady fire. The door opens wide and the empty rooms vanish. No shadow of sorrow is left here to banish. Return to my chest with your head on my shoulder. The night loses teeth and the weather turns colder. I hold you so close that the silence takes pity, and love floods the streets of this rain-weary city. The cafe is shuttered, the iron gates closing, while inside my ribs your sweet spirit is dosing. A brush on the snare like the tick of a clock. We rest on the pier where the heavy waves knock. Your coat smells of coffee in damp autumn weather. We step through the puddles, two spirits together. The street lamps are blurring into amber and gray, and all of the distance has melted away. My chest is a temple of sudden devotion. The wave rises up from a motionless ocean. You walk through the threshold of time without warning, and fill up my night till it bleeds into morning. Return to my arms like the breath to the wire, a slow trembling pulse and a low steady fire. The door opens wide and the empty rooms vanish. No shadow of sorrow is left here to banish. Return to my chest with your head on my shoulder. The night loses teeth and the weather turns colder. I hold you so close that the silence takes pity, and love floods the streets of this rain-weary city. If time is a river that washes us under, I yield to the current, I yield to the wonder. Your hand in my palm is a promise kept steady. The world can go dark, we are ready, so ready. The years that were heavy dissolve in a whisper. I trace out the cheek of my long absent sister, my love, my harbor, my peace in the haze. You light up the end of these desolate days. Return to my arms like the breath to the wire, a slow trembling pulse and a low steady fire. The door opens wide and the empty rooms vanish. No shadow of sorrow is left here to banish. Return to my chest with your head on my shoulder. The night loses teeth and the weather turns colder. I hold you so close that the silence takes pity, and love floods the streets of this rain-weary city. Light on the pavement, warm in the chest. You have returned, and the weary can rest. A small brass key upon the table. The midnight street is cold and deep. I write these lines to that younger stranger who stayed awake so long to weep. The traffic light turns amber slowly. A phantom taxi rolls away. I touch the glass where frost is forming and wonder what I dare to say. I fold this paper in the shadows and seal it with a quiet sigh. I wish I knew back in those winters that love would later pass me by. I stay a little longer in my open hands, like water sinking into desert sands. My chest is heavy but the pain is sweet, since love came walking down this empty street. Stay a little longer in this trembling light, through every hour of the lonely night. I let the tears fall without a sound, because you turned and finally came around. The coffee cools beside the window, the paper stains with faded ink. I used to think my heart was breaking beyond the point of time to shrink. The younger face in silver mirrors was drowning in a sea of doubt. He didn't know the storm would settle and blow the bitter chill right out. I fold this paper in the shadows and seal it with a quiet sigh. I wish I knew back in those winters that love would later pass me by. Stay a little longer in my open hands, like water sinking into desert sands. My chest is heavy but the pain is sweet, since love came walking down this empty street. Stay a little longer in this trembling light, through every hour of the lonely night. I let the tears fall without a sound, because you turned and finally came around. If time could reverse its heavy motion, I'd tell that boy to dry his eyes, to stop his pacing by the harbor and wait beneath the clearing skies. For every tear he shed in sorrow was just a price he had to pay, to keep his chest so wide and ready for when you found your backward way. Stay a little longer in my open hands, like water sinking into desert sands. My chest is heavy but the pain is sweet, since love came walking down this empty street. Stay a little longer in this trembling light, through every hour of the lonely night. I let the tears fall without a sound, because you turned and finally came around. Key on the table, night in the glass. Love has returned at last. The chair you used to press sinks back to the floor with velvet grace. You step through the shadow of the frame and touch the cold edges of this place. The soul rain is tapping on the glass, a slow gentle rhythm in the night. You stand by the threshold of the room and flood every corner with your light. My chest starts to ache with heavy sighs. Your hand takes the chill from out my palm. The clock on the wall forgets to tick and turns all the sirens into calm. You came back to stay inside my arms, like a quiet song returning home. Even if the winter made me freeze, you are here and I am not alone. You came back to fill the empty space with the warmth I thought time would erase. I don't cry out, I don't make a sound, just feel your gentle heart unbound. The coffee grows cold beside your cup. You smile with the sorrow in your eyes. You carry the journey of the years beneath the dim neon city skies. The street lights are blurring in the mist. The shadows are lifting from the floor. You rest your tired head upon my chest and close up the pain forevermore. My breath catches softly in my throat. Your fingers trace lines upon my sleeve. The tears that I swallowed all these months begin to dissolve and take their leave. You came back to stay inside my arms, like a quiet song returning home. Even if the winter made me freeze, you are here and I am not alone. You came back to fill the empty space with a warmth I thought time would erase. I don't cry out, I don't make a sound, just feel your gentle heart unbound. If this is a dream born from the dark, let morning delay its early rise. Let time stand still in this quiet room, reflected within your weary eyes. For months I walked through the empty streets and carried your ghost against the chill. But now that you rest beside me here, the heavy burden finally stands still. You came back to stay inside my arms, like a quiet song returning home. Even if the winter made me freeze, you are here and I am not alone. You came back to fill the empty space with a warmth I thought time would erase. I don't cry out, I don't make a sound, just feel your gentle heart unbound. Rain on the glass, warmth in the dark. You are back here in my heart. The color of the light upon your coat is silver from the neon down the street. You step inside and leave the winter wind and take a quiet seat beside my feet. The silver key you dropped upon the wood is cold and wet with midnight falling rain. You look at me with tears inside your eyes and wash away the long and empty pain. My chest is tight with something heavy now, but not the ache that kept me up till dawn. You touch my hand and breathe my given name, and prove the lonely hours are finally gone. You brought your love back to my waiting chest, like sudden sunlight putting fear to rest. My heart is pounding with a breathless grace to see you sitting in your rightful place. You brought your love back through the midnight cold, worth more than all this quiet room could hold. I do not cry, I do not make a sound, just feel your gentle fingers wrap around. The coffee cup is sitting where it stayed before you packed your bags and walked away. But now you lift it with a steady hand and whisper that you chose to finally stay. The shadows on the wallpaper retreat as if they know the waiting time is through. The hollow silence in this aged room is filled completely by the breath of you. My chest is tight with something heavy now, but not the ache that kept me up till dawn. You touch my hand and breathe my given name, and prove the lonely hours are finally gone. You brought your love back to my waiting chest, like sudden sunlight putting fear to rest. My heart is pounding with a breathless grace to see you sitting in your rightful place. You brought your love back through the midnight cold, worth more than all this quiet room could hold. I do not cry, I do not make a sound, just feel your gentle fingers wrap around. If this is real and not a midnight dream, I wanna freeze the clock upon the wall. I wanna keep this warmth inside my bones and never let another teardrop fall. The empty years are fading in the dark. The bitter winter turns to gentle spring, because you crossed the threshold of my door and brought the only peace my soul can bring. You brought your love back to my waiting chest, like sudden sunlight putting fear to rest. My heart is pounding with a breathless grace to see you sitting in your rightful place. You brought your love back through the midnight cold, worth more than all this quiet room could hold. I do not cry, I do not make a sound, just feel your gentle fingers wrap around. Rain on the glass, light in the room. You are right here, no more gloom. A smell in the air of old rain and wet stone. A silver ring dropped on the floor all alone. It rose in the dark where the shadow is deep, in this quiet room where the city won't sleep. A small brass lamp casts a pale yellow beam across the floorboards that remember a dream. I watch from the corner, a ghost in the glass, and count every second as heavy hours pass. I hold my breath tight as the doorway swings wide, with nowhere to run and no secrets to hide. Your coat is still damp from the midnight chill street as you walk to the table on slow, weary feet. Your love has returned to a chest overfilled with every old sorrow that time finally stilled. I stand in the shadows and watch you draw near, with grace in your step and relief in your tear. Your soft hands reach out for the ring on the floor, as if you had never stepped out through that door. My breath stays so quiet, I make not a sound, to keep this sweet miracle safely unbound. The hollow guitar starts to weep in the den, with tremolo shivers that happen again. The piano keys tinkle in minor ninth grace while you stand in silence and look at this place. Your fingers brush softly against the wood grain, as if you are washing away all the pain. I watch you look down at the floor where it fell, and all of the stories this silence can tell. I keep my distance so fragile and low, afraid if I speak then the moment will go. Your chest rises deep with a sigh of relief as morning erases the borders of grief. Your love has returned to a chest overfilled with every old sorrow that time finally stilled. I stand in the shadows and watch you draw near, with grace in your step and relief in your tear. Your soft hands reach out for the ring on the floor, as if you had never stepped out through that door. My breath stays so quiet, I make not a sound, to keep this sweet miracle safely unbound. If time could stand still in this warm analog haze, I freeze every second of all our dark days. The brush snare keeps turning a lazy slow beat, while two weary travelers find their retreat. Perhaps all the waiting was meant to be born, to reach this deep quiet before the first morn. I look at you standing so near in the light, and know you are staying throughout the whole night. Your love has returned to a chest overfilled with every old sorrow that time finally stilled. I stand in the shadows and watch you draw near, with grace in your step and relief in your tear. Your soft hands reach out for the ring on the floor, as if you had never stepped out through that door. My breath stays so quiet, I make not a sound, to keep this sweet miracle safely unbound. Silver ring on the wood, quiet breath in the room. Love has come home beneath the late moon. Begins to turn along the pavement where the shadows sleep. A stranger pauses where the streetlights burn and offers words that make my spirit weep. You ask me why I stand against the wall beside the curb where city traffic dies. You watch the gentle tears begin to fall and see the sudden tremble in my eyes. You tell me love is crossing back this way. You say the door I locked is open wide. I listen to the gentle things you say, while all the heavy doubting fades inside. Stay a little longer by this quiet curb before the morning breaks the silent night. My racing chest is far too deep to turn, as as love returns and floods my tired side. Your hand reaches out to steady mine beneath the glow of amber street lamp signs. A sudden rush of warmth within my chest as weary racing pulses find their rest. A neon sign reflects against your coat. The midnight air is cool and softly pressed. A heavy lump is rising in my throat as hope arrives to quiet my distress. You tell me you have watched me standing here through all the months of waiting in the cold, and now the heavy clouds of doubt are clear as greater joys than silver can unfold. You tell me love is crossing back this way. You say the door I locked is open wide. I listen to the gentle things you say while all the heavy doubting fades inside. Stay a little longer by this quiet curve before the morning breaks the silent night. My racing chest is far too deep to turn as love returns and floods my tired side. Oh, your hand reaches out to steady mine beneath the glow of amber street lamp signs. A sudden rush of warmth within my chest as weary racing pulses find their rest. This is really not a midnight dream, then let the dawn delay its early light. The world is spinning on a softer stream as you and I reclaim the quiet night. I never thought my heart could beat so fast after the winter kept me cold so long. But every broken promise in the past is turning softly into healing song. By this quiet curve before the morning breaks the silent night. My racing chest is far too deep to turn as love returns and floods my tired side. Your hand reaches out to steady mine beneath the glow of amber street lamp signs. A sudden rush of warmth within my chest as weary racing pulses find their rest. Stranger in the rain, now you walk away, leaving heavy joy where my heart used to stay. A sound from the street drifts past the sill. A heavy soul step on the brick below. I look at the dust on the windowsill and the heavy coat that you used to throw. The tea in my cup has turned quite cold. The floorboards creak as the shadows creep. The tale of our winter is softly told while the rest of the city has gone to sleep. I hear a latch turn on the heavy door. I lift my tired eyes to the dim lit space. My spirit prepares for a quiet war as I wait to catch sight of your turning face. Love has come back to my heavy room, chasing away the persistent gloom. You step from the dark of the hallway shade, and the empty ache in my chest begins to fade. Your hand gently touches the wooden desk, turning the night from a bitter test. I breathe in the air that you bring inside, and the swollen tears that I try to hide. A clock on the wall keeps a steady beat. The brass pendulum swings to and fro, reflecting the lamps from the empty street on the faded rug where you used to go. Your fingers unbutton your woolen shawl. The silver threads catch the ember light. No words are required inside this hall to mend the fractures of this long night. I hear a latch turn on the heavy door. I lift my tired eyes to the dim lit space. My spirit prepares for a quiet war as I wait to catch sight of your turning face. Love has come back to my heavy room, chasing away the persistent gloom. You step from the dark of the hallway shade, and the empty ache in my chest begins to fade. Your hand gently touches the wooden desk, turning the night from a bitter test. I breathe in the air that you bring inside, and the swollen tears that I try to hide. For months I have stared at the empty chair, convinced that your shadow had turned to stone, believing the chill in the midnight air meant I was destined to stay alone. But time has reversed itself right tonight and brought you back through my open door, bathed in the glow of the corner light, to leave my sorrow upon the floor. Love has come back to my heavy room, chasing away the persistent gloom. You step from the dark of the hallway shade, and the empty ache in my chest begins to fade. Your hand gently touches the wooden desk, turning the night from a bitter test. I breathe in the air that you bring inside, and the swollen tears that I tried to hide. Step on the rug, light in the hall. You are right here against the wall. What someone said yesterday fades into the wall. A brass pocket watch rests upon the nightstand's crane. Its steady ticking marks the hours where you fall. as shadows stretch across the empty pane. I watch the metal hands turn slow in the dark. No heavy sigh breaks through the quiet air. I trace the surface where we left our mark and feel the warmth of you still sitting there. Stay a little closer in this midnight room, like distant streetlights cutting through the gloom. Even if the morning brings a sudden light, I keep your presence near me through the night. Stay a little closer while the embers fade, like gentle whispers in the choices made. I don't reach out to catch the slipping sand, just holding memory inside my hand. A porcelain teacup sits beside the door. The steam has vanished into thin gray air. Your coat is resting on the wooden floor, a quiet shape that lingers on the chair. Watch the quiet dust drift through the beam. No heavy sorrow breaks the steady flow. I fold myself into this quiet dream and let the outside world move fast and slow. Stay a little closer in this midnight room, like distant streetlights cutting through the gloom. Even if the morning brings a sudden light, I keep your presence near me through the night. Stay a little closer while the embers fade, like gentle whispers in the choices made. I don't reach out to catch the slipping sand, just holding memory inside my hand. If time should pause inside this narrow space, I would not ask for anything anew. Each quiet second holds your steady face, and every breath I take returns to you. Stay a little closer in this midnight room, like distant streetlights cutting through the gloom. Even if the morning brings a sudden light, I keep your presence near me through the night. Stay a little closer while the embers fade, like gentle whispers in the choices made. I don't reach out to catch the slipping sand, just holding memory inside my hand. Clock on the nightstand, brass in the dark. You are here now, resting in my heart. Which corner holds the dust of yesterday? A teacup rests beside a folded book. The calendar turns back without a word and lets me see the change inside your look. Your coat hangs softly by the wooden latch. The umbrella drips a slow and quiet rain. The slippers wait right where they used to rest, to take away the chill of silent pain. I watch you step across the narrow sill, with heavy bags and eyes so bright and tired I cannot speak 'cause my chest is full of every single thing my soul desired. Your love has come back to my quiet room, dispersing all the heavy months of gloom. My chest is swelling with a sudden grace to see your smile inside this familiar place. The air grows warmer where you softly stand. I reach across to touch your trembling hand. No more wandering the empty midnight street. Now every beat of time is twice as sweet. The kettle sings a low and gentle note. The pot of rice is ready on the stove. A pair of shadows lengthens on the wall to mark the quiet borders of our love. You drop your keys upon the little tray, just like you did 1,000 nights before. And every small detail inside this space is breathing life into my heart once more. I watch you fold your sweater on the chair with slow and steady fingers, calm and deep. I hold my breath so time will not awake from this sweet dream I never thought to keep. Your love has come back to my quiet room, dispersing all the heavy months of gloom. My chest is swelling with a sudden grace to see your smile inside this familiar place. The air grows warmer where you softly stand. I reach across to touch your trembling hand. No more wandering the empty midnight street. Now every beat of time is twice as sweet. For so long I lived inside the freezing gray and counted every tile upon the floor, believing that the winter had no end and you would never step inside my door. But here you are beneath the amber light. Your breathing tells me that the wait is done. The longest night has finally given way, and in your eyes I see the morning sun. Your love has come back to my quiet room, dispersing all the heavy months of gloom. My chest is swelling with a sudden grace to see your smile inside this familiar place. The air grows warmer where you softly stand. I reach across to touch your trembling hand. No more wandering the empty midnight street. Now every beat of time is twice as sweet. Keys upon the tray, teacups in the light. You are here, and so is the night. A small object on the table, a brass key we used to share. You left it there beside the window, breathing in the midnight air. I look into the darkened mirror at the lines upon your face, remembering how youth departed, leaving just a slow embrace. You told yourself to bear the burden, carrying the heavy cold, walking down the frozen alleys where the midnight stories fold. Take this breath inside your chest, let the sudden warmth arrive. After all the quiet winters, love is pulsing, still alive. You survived the freezing shadows, you survived the heavy rain. Now the heart is beating steady, free of every ancient pain. A paper cup of cooling coffee, sitting by the broken clock. I trace the scars upon your fingers, steady as a granite rock. You were waiting for the morning, thinking love would pass you by, staring at the empty ceiling underneath the soul gray sky. You whispered words of resignation into empty bedroom walls, waiting for a distant answer that was never meant to call. Take this breath inside your chest, let the sudden warmth arrive. After all the quiet winters, love is pulsing, still alive. You survived the freezing shadows, you survived the heavy rain. Now the heart is beating steady, free of every ancient pain. If I could reach across the distance to that younger, trembling hand, I would tell you not to worry, time is just a line of sand. Every tear you shed in secret was a seed beneath the snow, blooming now in unexpected grace before you let it go. Take this breath inside your chest, let the sudden warmth arrive. After all the quiet winters, love is pulsing, still alive. You survived the freezing shadows, you survived the heavy rain. Now the heart is beating steady, free of every ancient pain. Brass key on the table, quiet room at last. You are home again, safe from the past. Does the sudden frost fall soft today? Across the street a stranger stands in rain. She wears a coat the color of the dawn and waits beside the window pane. The neon signs reflect in puddles deep as footsteps echo down the quiet square. I watch from shadows where the pavement bends see if you are truly there. The heavy clouds begin to part and break. A sudden warmth invades the frozen street. I watch you turn and lift your gentle face to where the winter storm and city meet, and love returns to fill this chest so wide. A sudden tide that pulls me deep inside. Your gentle step upon the quiet stone reminds my soul it is no longer alone. Your presence floods the corners of my sight. A sudden warmth against the autumn night. I close my eyes and breathe the heavy air to find that you are standing truly there. The street lamp flickers in the rising mist. A silver river flows along the curb. I watch the way she turns to touch the glass without a word to cause disturb. The frozen air begins to softly melt, as if the sky remembers how to weep. The heavy pressure lifts from off my heart, from quiet shadows where I used to sleep. The heavy clouds begin to part and break. A sudden warmth invades the frozen street. I watch you turn and lift your gentle face to where the winter storm and city meet, and love returns to fill this chest so wide. A sudden tide that pulls me deep inside. Your gentle step upon the quiet stone reminds my soul it is no longer alone. Your presence floods the corners of my sight. A sudden warmth against the autumn night. I close my eyes and breathe the heavy air to find that you are standing truly there. If time could pause upon this very street, I would not ask for anything more new. Just watching from the shadows in the dark as all the world begins to turn to you. The heavy pressure melts into the floor. The ancient silence breaks and drifts away, because the love I waited for so long has found a way to finally return today. And love returns to fill this chest so wide. A sudden tide that pulls me deep inside. Your gentle step upon the quiet stone reminds my soul it is no longer alone. Your presence floods the corners of my sight. A sudden you're standing truly there. Rain on the pavement, light in the dark. You have returned to mend my heart. What someone said yesterday still lingers in the gray, beneath the neon sign of Jongno Avenue. I watch a stranger step into the waiting taxi cab and think about the way I lost you. The asphalt holds the heat of yesterday's rain, a damp and lonely breath upon the square. The coffee cup is empty where your fingers left a mark, and time is moving slowly in the chair. I trace the invisible line where you used to stand with quiet steps upon the pavement stone. The midnight air is heavy with a blues guitar that plays for every soul that walks alone. Love has returned and filled this aching chest like autumn sunlight coming through the west. I keep my breath low and my teardrops dry as silver clouds drift slowly from the sky. Stay in the shadows of this quiet mind, a steady grace I never thought to find. No sudden word, no heavy sigh is cast, just quiet peace arriving at the last. The corner grocery lowers down its faded blind. A weary clock is striking 2:30. The autumn wind is restless down the alleyway. It carries nothing now that looks like you. I keep my hands inside my heavy winter coat and count the paving stones beneath my feet. The city breathes a low and melancholy sigh as empty taxis wander down the street. I trace the invisible line where you used to stand with quiet steps upon the pavement stone. The midnight air is heavy with a blues guitar that plays for every soul that walks alone. Love has returned and filled this aching chest like autumn sunlight coming through the west. I keep my breath low and my teardrops dry as silver clouds drift slowly from the sky. Stay in the shadows of this quiet mind, a steady grace I never thought to find. No sudden word, no heavy sigh just quiet peace arriving at the last. If time could pause between the street lamp and the door, I would not ask for anything beside this heavy heart that beats against the quiet night, where every hidden memory can hide. The traffic light turns amber on the empty road, a gentle promise settling in the bone. After the long and bitter winter of the soul, I am no longer walking here alone. Love has returned and filled this aching chest, like autumn sunlight coming through the west. I keep my breath low and my teardrops dry as silver clouds drift slowly from the sky. Stay in the shadows of this quiet mind, a steady grace I never thought to find. No sudden word, no heavy sigh is cast, just quiet peace arriving at the last. Midnight on the avenue, street lamps fade to blue. Love has found its quiet way back to where we used to stay. The texture of fabric from your heavy coat lies neatly folded on the velvet chair. I watch you standing in the narrow hall, with quiet winter clinging to your hair. A small brass button rests upon the floor that fell away when you stepped inside. I pick it slowly in the dim hallway, where all my careful reasons used to hide. My chest is heavy with a sudden grace that catches softly in the quiet air. I trace the lines of wonder on your face and feel the warmth of answered prayer. Love has returned like a long absent tide, filling the empty spaces deep inside. My heart is trembling, heavy and so deep. With every vow I promise not to keep. Love has returned beneath the midnight street, making the broken halves of memory meet. I do not move, I scarcely breathe a sigh, while quiet tears collect in either eye. The silver kettle on the iron stove begins to whisper with a gentle steam. I watch your shadow move across the floor, as if you stepped directly from a dream. An open suitcase rests against the wall, with half its leather buckles undone still. The rain is falling on the glass outside, against the quiet, so midnight chill. My chest is heavy with a sudden grace that catches softly in the quiet air. I trace the lines of wonder on your face and feel the warmth of answered prayer. Love has returned like a long absent tide, filling the empty spaces deep inside. My heart is trembling, heavy and so deep. With every vow I promise not to keep. Love has returned beneath the midnight street, making the broken halves of memory meet. I do not move, I scarcely breathe a sigh, while quiet tears collect in either eye. The clock upon the mantle slows its pace, as if it knows the journey finally ends. Your fingers brush the sleeve of my old shirt, and time begins to heal what time breaks. I never thought I would inhale this peace, or feel your presence sitting by my side. Now every shadow corner comes alive, where hope and sorrow live before we die. Love has returned like a long absent tide, filling the empty spaces deep inside. My heart is trembling, heavy and so deep. With every vow I promise not to keep. Love has returned beneath the midnight street, making the broken halves of memory meet. I do not move, I scarcely breathe a sigh, while quiet tears collect in either eye. Brass on the floor, coat on the chair. You are back home, and you are there. The color of the light against the pane is turning silver in the heavy dawn. I look across the quiet, empty room and wonder where the midnight cold is gone. A sudden warmth is waking in my chest, a current moving through the silent floor. You step back inside the foyer, quiet voiced, and gently close the heavy wooden door. My weathered hands reach out to touch the air, as if a dream might vanish at a sound. I trace the familiar outline of your coat and feel your quiet breathing close around. Stay a little closer now that you are here. Let the morning dissolve the lingering fear. Even if my hands still trembling shake, this is a heavy joy I cannot fake. Stay sound now that you are safely back and found. The coffee cup sits waiting on the sill, a second saucer placed beside the first. The sudden weight of goodness in the room quenches all the ache of winter's thirst. The street below is waking very slow, without the bitter gale that used to blow. Your eyes are carrying the morning sun, a quiet grace where healing has begun. I wear my wonder like a borrowed coat, too stunned to speak, too breathless to believe. You pull the chair up right beside my own, with steady hands that promise not to leave. Stay a little closer now that you are here. Let the morning dissolve the lingering fear. Even if my hands still trembling shake, this is a heavy joy I cannot fake. Stay a little longer in this steady light. Chase away the ghosts of every lonely night. I don't cry out, I don't make a sound, now that you are safely back and found. If I could freeze this sunrise in the glass, I would keep it safe from slipping away. One more hour beside your quiet voice, one more moment of a brighter day. Maybe sorrow was just a passing cloud, maybe winter had a debt to pay. Every breath that finds me waking now sweeps the bitter shadows far away. Stay a little closer now that you are here. Let the morning dissolve the lingering fear. Even if my hands still trembling shake, this is a heavy joy I cannot fake. Stay a little longer in this steady light. Chase away the ghosts of every lonely night. I don't cry out, I don't make a sound, now that you are safely back and found. Light upon the floor, peace within the dark. You have come back to heal my broken heart. What someone said yesterday sits on the floor beside your empty slippers by the wooden door. A cup of cold black coffee on the cedar tray, and all the words we didn't dare to say. The heavy curtain blocks the pale street lamp. The corner of the Persian rug is damp. I touch the fabric of the velvet chair and turn around expecting you right there. Your love has found its way back to my heavy chest, like a tired bird that settles in its quiet nest. My ribs ribs expand to hold the sudden aching grace of tears I trace upon my own familiar face. Your love returns and fills this lonely room at last, as if the present gently pardons all the past. I do not move, I scarcely breathe against the glass, and watch the heavy shadow of the midnight pass. The radiator clicks against the bedroom wall, where dancing shadows from the street lamp fall. Your silver bracelet rests upon the dresser glass, reflecting how the silent moments pass. The vintage radio plays a dusty melody that drifts across the floorboard silently. I press my palm against the bedroom wall and wait to see if you will softly call. Your love has found its way back to my heavy chest, like a tired bird that settles in its quiet nest. My ribs expand to hold the sudden aching grace of tears I trace upon my own familiar face. Your love returns and fills this lonely room at last, as if the present gently pardons all the past. I do not move, I scarcely breathe against the glass, and watch the heavy shadow of the midnight pass. If this is real and not a sleeping mind's design, let morning never cross this dark and borderline. I hold a sudden warmth against my freezing side, where grief and hope for so long tried to hide. Your love has found its way back to my heavy chest, like a tired bird that settles in its quiet nest. My ribs expand to hold the sudden aching grace of tears I trace upon my own familiar face. Your love returns and fills this lonely room at last, as if the present gently pardons all the past. I do not move, I scarcely breathe against the glass, and watch the heavy shadow of the midnight pass. Slippers on the wood, warmth inside the room. You are here against the gloom. Where does a silver ring drop without a sound, when all this heavy longing pulls me to the ground? I stare at empty spaces where you used to stay, and watch the midnight shadows slowly fade away. My chest is trembling with an unfamiliar grace, sudden warmth is waking in this quiet place. Love has come back to fill my tired chest, giving my restless soul a gentle place to rest. I breathe you in like winter, turning into spring. Surrender to the peace that your return can bring. The hollow body guitar plays a sleepy tune beneath the silver fading of the late night moon. Your coat is hanging softly by the wooden door, and I am lost in wonder on the wooden floor. My chest is trembling with an unfamiliar grace. A sudden warmth is waking in this quiet place. Love has come back to fill my tired chest, giving my restless soul a gentle place to rest. I breathe you in like winter, turning into spring. Surrender to the peace that your return can bring. For so long I was freezing in the steady rain, acquainted with the quiet of a lifelong pain. But now your breath is touching every corner here, every doubt is melting as the dawn draws near. Love has come back to fill my tired chest, giving my restless soul a gentle place to rest. I breathe you in like winter, turning into spring. Surrender to the peace that your return can bring. A silver rain upon the floor, you are returned. I ache no more.